Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm one of the nurses in the Pregnancy and Diabetes program at the IWK. My first video is on the One Touch Ultra meter, and today I'd like to show you two other meters that you may pick up from your packet when you pick up your educational material. So this is also by the same company, One Touch, but this is called One Touch Vario. So the Lancet device is exactly the same, and I review that in my main teaching video. The difference is the strips themselves need to be kept in the container, sensitive to both light and dampness, so they need to be kept in the container. These look like a little gold fork, and it's very easy because on the top of the meter you see the picture of the fork, so that helps guide you. You put the fork in the meter, and the very top part here is where you draw the blood into the strip. So again, you need to see the picture of the blood droplets to know your meter is ready. And as in my first video, you will use the Lancet device to get the droplet of blood and draw it into the meter using the strip like this. This meter also has a history if you want to look back at your previous blood sugars, and when you pick up your meter, there's a really good instructional book in that box that will help you with all those features. The other meter you may pick up when you come in to pick up your packet could be the Contour. This is an excellent meter as well. The Lancet device is just a bit different from the one I showed in the video. In this Lancet device, we just pull this cover off, and the needles can be in various colors. They have lots of little notches. Doesn't matter what color you choose or how you put it in. Another meter that you may pick up in your packet when you come into the perinatal center could be the Contour Next meter. The Lancet device is slightly different than the one for the One Touch. With this meter, you'll see two little notches line up right here. You just line the notches up and that comes off. So again, to put it on, you can see the two little notches and it turns. So we remove the cover. The needles come in various colors. They also have a lot of little notches on them. Any color is the same, and they really just go in straight down and click. So don't worry about those little notches. You can remove the cover. You'll see the little needle. Again, we'll replace the cover, lining those two little notches up and clicking. So the device is very much like the one in my first video. If you want to select the side of your finger to take the blood test, the button you press is this little white one. You hear the needle come out. If you need to reload it, for example, if you pulled your finger away or you didn't get enough blood, we pull down on here. Again, line it up. I can actually show you. And then you get a nice droplet of blood. Basically painless, just like pricking your finger a little bit with the sewing needle. Not too bad. To get a nice droplet of blood, then for this meter, you're going to put the strip in the bottom. Again, you need to see a picture with a droplet of blood to know your meter is ready. The little strip lines up with your droplet of blood and it just draws it into the strip. You don't need to drip it on it. So now there are a few directions on this meter which you may be able to see. If you'd like to mark this, if it's before a meal, after a meal, this one that it's on right now is no mark. So you may just want to use that one. I prefer to use either it's a before a meal or after a meal, so we'll use the down arrow for after a meal, and there is my 6.0 for after my lunch. So you're going to test 1 hour after the last bite of food for any meal that you're testing. So then I'm going to throw this strip in the garbage. Again, you're going to have a test book. You're going to take your number 6.0 after lunch and write it in the after meal spot. After you're finished taking your blood sugar sample, you'll want to remove the needle. So again, you need to remove the Lancet cover. So we're lining up those little notches. You can just go over your sharps container. These are free at the pharmacies in Nova Scotia. And just use this part of the device and you can just eject that directly into your sharps container. If you happen to be somewhere where there isn't a sharps container, an empty test strip container can be very useful. You can collect them in there and then take them home and put them in your sharps container. So for that case, you would want to use the cover and cover the needle and put it in your little container, and then you can take that home and put it in your sharps container. So I just want you to be familiar with a couple of other meters that you may pick up in our health center when you come to pick up your teaching material.